Hello students, welcome to this class of Geography, Chapter 4, topic Air, and today we shall discuss on the topic Weather and Climate. The atmosphere, as we saw in the last class, that it is one of the most dynamic realms of the Earth. The condition of the atmosphere changes constantly. This changing state of the atmosphere leads to changes in weather and climate, which are the two natural processes which affect the lives of humans greatly. So, what do these words climate and weather actually mean? They are often thought to mean the same thing, but they are not the same. Weather is the day-to-day condition of the atmosphere. It changes daily. It includes temperature, humidity, rainfall, and wind. Now climate. Climate is the average weather condition of a place, usually measured over 30 years or more. Thus, both weather and climate indicate the condition of the atmosphere, but their dimensions are different. So, weather and climate are controlled or influenced by certain elements. They are temperature, atmospheric pressure, humidity, and rainfall. Temperature. The temperature you feel every day is the temperature of the atmosphere. The degree of hotness and coldness of the air is known as temperature. The temperature of the atmosphere changes not only between day and night, but also from season to season. Therefore, summers are hotter than winters. There is an important factor that influences the distribution of temperature, which is known as insolation. So insolation is the incoming solar energy intercepted by the Earth. The amount of insolation decreases from the equator towards the pole as the sun rays fall slantingly towards the poles. Therefore, the temperature decreases in the same manner. Now, do you understand why poles are covered with snow? If the Earth's temperature rises too high, it would become too warm for some crops to grow. So, temperature in cities is much higher than that of villages. The concrete and metals in buildings and the asphalt of roads gets heated up during the day. This heat is released during the night. And also, the crowded high-rise buildings of the cities trap the warm air and thus raise the temperature of the cities. Air pressure. You will be surprised to know that air above us presses us with a great force on our bodies. However, we don't even feel it. This is because the air presses us from all directions and our body exerts a counter pressure. Now, what is air pressure? Air pressure is defined as the pressure exerted by the weight of air on the Earth's surface. As we go up the layers of atmosphere, the pressure falls rapidly. The air pressure is highest at the sea level and decreases with height. That means as we go higher, the pressure of the air decreases. Now horizontally, the distribution of air pressure is influenced by temperature of air at a given place. Suppose in areas where temperature is high, the air gets heated and rises. This creates a low pressure area. Low pressure is associated with cloudy skies and wet weather. So in areas having lower temperature, the air is cold. It is therefore heavy. Heavy air sinks and creates a high pressure area. High pressure is associated with clear and sunny skies. The air always moves from high pressure areas to low pressure areas. Wind. The movement of air from high pressure area to low pressure area is called wind. You can see wind at work sometimes when it blows dry leaves or uproot trees during a storm. Sometimes when the wind blows gently, you can even see it blowing away smoke or dust or fine dust particles. At times, wind can be so strong that it is difficult to walk against it. You must have experienced it. It is not easy to hold an umbrella on a windy day. So think of some other examples when strong winds have created problems for you. For example, you cannot open your eyes when there is a storm because dust particles may enter your eyes. So such problems we all might have faced. So wind can be divided into three types. They are permanent wind, seasonal winds, local winds. Now let us find out what is permanent wind or the trade winds. The trade winds, westerlies and easterlies, are the permanent winds. That means these blow constantly throughout the year in particular direction. Seasonal winds. These winds change their direction in different seasons. For example, monsoons in India. Local winds. These winds blow only during a particular period of the day or year in a small area. For example, land and sea breeze. So, do you recall the hot and dry local wind of northern plains of India? It is called Lu. Dear students, the names of the winds are in the such a way that a wind is named after the direction from which it blows. For example, if the wind is blowing from the west, it is called westerlies. So, as you can see in the figure 4.4, the wind blowing from northern poles, it is starting from eastern side. So it will be known as polar easterlies. Similarly, in the south pole, the wind is originating from north southeast. So it is known as polar easterlies. So dear students, please don't get confused with the direction of winds. Otherwise, you might think that the arrow is going towards different direction and the name is different. So, dear students, please read every part or every corner of this chapter, then you will understand the lesson better. So that's all for today. Thank you and have a wonderful day ahead.